Yo, what's up, everybody? We is back on the podcast here talking about sports. Getting into it. College football playoffs ended with Indiana Hoosiers end up winning the national championship against the Miami Hurricanes. Going against that, then you got four great matchups that happened over the weekend in the NFL with the Bears going up against the Rams, the Patriots going against Houston. Different teams as far as that. I mean, who would have thought the Patriots would get this far with their defense going into it? And there's so many different games that happen in the NFL, college football, and then we'll spice it up a little bit going into other episodes talking about college basketball as that's starting to get closer to March Madness, NBA. But for this episode specifically, we're talking about college football and the NFL. So let's get straight into it. But first, let's cue that Metro! Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Anthony Hudson, and it's my turn to give you one of the best upcoming sports podcasts out here, you heard. It was a great game and a great day to be a Hoosier Monday. If you watched it, the Miami Hurricanes went down and fell by a score of 27-21 as Indiana did what they needed to do to win the game and win the national championship. Went undefeated, 16-0, won their first national championship ever after beating the most losing program in college football history. Most losses ever was 715. I know Northwestern just beat it with 716, but Indiana Hoosiers are the national championship. Let's break down how they got into it. So the first quarter, really slow, 3-0, end up getting a field goal. And it was really slow as far as that. Neither team could get what they were needed to do as far as get it into their script, get it into the run game. Black had a decent run game, but Hempy could not get the run going that much this game. Every time the offensive line got a good push, he would get 4 to 5 yards, but that Miami defensive line played so great. You look at Mesidor, who had 2 solo tackles. You look at Bain, who had 5 solo tackles and 3 assists. Bain had an exceptional game. I can't wait to see what NFL prospect or NFL team gets him because Bain is a dog. Then you got Blasaman, 5 solo tackles, 3 assists. The defensive line played really good. When they needed to get a third down stop, they will bull rush. They would get off the block, fire off the blocks, and needed what they needed to do to get that third down stop or fourth down stop. They did really good. Now, Miami on the other side of the offense, they could not get third down conversions. That first half, they were 0 for 6 on third down conversions. Carson Beck could not get anything going. We were looking at Malachi Tony, seeing if he could do anything, but he was stopped. Coach Sig did a really great job. They talked about it during the game that Coach Sig had multiple different ways to stop Tony, and it worked for at least 3 quarters. It worked. It definitely did. But going into it, in the game, 10-0 at halftime, Miami could not get anything going. Indiana ended up getting that touchdown, a touchdown run, 18-yard touchdown run to put them 10-0 going into the half. And then the third quarter, it was more the same, if I'm being honest. Miami ended up getting that huge 100 or 95 run with Mark Fletcher Jr., who's been playing his heart out, running as hard as he can in these college football playoffs. But it was good. I mean, it was a good run that got them in a closer position. But Indiana was still up 17-7. They were still up 17-7 going into the fourth quarter with the momentum the whole entire way. Now, I'll give it to Miami. Miami scored 14 points in the fourth, played really good as far as Carson Beck, finding a way to do what he needed to do to try to get the team back in. You look at Malachi Tony, who scored the last 2 touchdowns for them. And like I said, for 3 quarters, Coach Sig and their defense did what they needed to do to stop Malachi Tony. But that fourth quarter, Malachi Tony had a 41-yard touchdown and a 22-yard touchdown catch that brought them back into the game. But the day is they gave Indiana the ball with 6 minutes left Indiana did what they needed to do to cut down at least 5 of those minutes down. I think they got the ball back with maybe like a minute and 30 seconds left. And I was thinking in my head, I wouldn't lie to you, I was getting a little nervous. I'm just like, is this a Carson Beck legacy drive that I'm about to see? Him at home going down the field to score? But I think the day that Jason was they showed his ex. I don't know why they had to show his ex-girlfriend that they showed on the screen. That was so bogus, by the way. But Carson Beck ended up going down the field, doing what he needed to do to keep his team alive. Like it was honestly a suitable drive going down, but they needed more than 3 points. If it was maybe a field goal, he probably would have got him in position to get that field goal. But he needed a touchdown. Ended up throwing a pick to Moore, who saw the play the whole entire way. Knew the wide receiver was going to go vertical. Kept his eyes on the ball. Pinpointed it. Picked it off. And Indiana Hoosiers have won the national championship for the first time in college, and the first time in program history. And Fernando Mendoza completed the greatest season in college football history. I mean, this is better than Georgia. This is better than Stetson Bennett. This is better than what Michigan did. This is better than whatever Alabama did. Maybe not as better as LSU, only because LSU had 14 starters that went to the first round in the NFL and are still diligent to this day. But man, Fernando Mendoza winning the Heisman, his first year being at Indiana, and then winning the national championship, going undefeated, beating 6 top AP teams, and had multiple players on his team, was first Big Ten all 10, or first all Big Ten. I mean, how do you describe that in words? I mean, this is the greatest season I think I've ever seen. And this is coming from a Georgia fan. This is storytelling. And it was a sight to see. It was an amazing sight to see. So happy for the Indiana Hoosiers. So happy for the people in Bloomington, for them to see a championship. For Fernando Mendoza, his family, I know what's going on with his mother. And I hope she recovers, do well. It was great for him to win the championship for her. And Coach Sig, 2 years. I mean, doing great at JMU, going to Indiana, and in 2 years won the championship for the Hoosiers. That's so dope. But yeah, that is a college football national championship. Now we're going to go into the NFL side of things, recap the NFL Divisional Round, and then the next episode, I'll give my predictions. But this recap of the Divisional Round, let's go into it right now. Okay, Saturday and Sunday features some great games. There were some blowouts. There were some games that it looked like, wow, why were they even on the field? And there were some great games as far as that. I mean, Saturday produced probably one of the best AFC games or AFC divisional games I've seen in a minute. I mean, first game, right off the bat, Buffalo Bills going against the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos beat the Bills by a score of 33-30, and there were some questionable calls. I mean, you look at McMillan, did he really get that interception? In my opinion, he did it, but at the same time, like I said, the Bills shouldn't even be in that situation to begin with. Because you look at it, Josh Allen did not have the best game. He had 283 yards, 3 touchdowns, but had 2 ill-advised picks that messed them up. And I feel like there were some numbers. Players on the teams got some numbers. James Cook had 141 yards. And the Bills did what they needed to do offensively to win the game. But at the same time, like I said, 2 ill-advised picks by Josh Allen definitely messed them up. And then Bills defense cannot stop anything. Like, I've been talking about it all season, how the Bills defense haven't been the best, how their numbers haven't produced, how, yes, this is Josh Allen's probably best chance of going to the Super Bowl, but he has no defense. He finally got a running back. James Cook has finally produced. I mean, he has multiple weapons with Kincaid, with Keon Coleman, but this defense allowed 33 points, allowed Bo Nix to get 3 touchdowns, and Harvey to play good with 66. A touchdown. Mims had 93 yards and a touchdown. I mean, this Denver offense produce, play really well, and did what they need to do against the Buffalo Bills to win in a very close, questionable call game. But they're going on to the next round, and it's really good to see that Bo Nix is getting over the hump, do what he needs to do, and got to the AFC Championship in just his second year, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, last year he was a rookie in his second year. That's amazing. And then you look at the other side. You look on the other side. I'm gonna go to Sunday real quick. The Patriots beat the Houston Texans in a defensive battle that he would prove to be historic, honestly, because these were two historic defenses in my opinion. Houston Texas defense, I feel like, had the best defense all season round, all year round. They did what they needed to do to not only keep CJ Stroud in games, but win games. Because CJ Stroud still did not have the best year overall as his performance. And he didn't have a great game this game either, as he threw 4 picks, just threw ill-advised picks, was getting rushed. That's like, he didn't play the best, but at the same time, that Patriots defense played so good. Will Anderson, 3 solo tackles. Alshire, 4 solo tackles, 5 assists. Danielle Hunter, along with Speed, Rankins, Barnett, Ingram, they all played so good. And like I said it last week when I was watching, I was not familiar with the Patriots defense at all. But the Patriots defense is definitely top 5, definitely one of the best. And they basically made it easy as ever for Drake May to win. And this is no doubt, this is no shade to Drake May, because Drake May in his rookie year, his second year, his sophomore year, has made it to the AFC Championship, and he threw 3 touchdowns, 179 yards. Stephon Diggs had 40 yards with that 140-yard gain with a touchdown, or that one big game with a touchdown. But Drake May has done what he needed to do, played exceptional. They're going to win MVP this year, and that defense for the Patriots played so good to the point that no matter what they did offensively, they were going to win. But it didn't help. CJ Stroud did not help the situation at all. He did not help the situation, because you look on the other side with the Houston defense, Houston kept them in the game. What game does a starting quarterback throw 4 picks and you only lose by 2 scores? Like, Houston defense is really good. Like I said, Alshire, Anderson played really good. Okay, I thought I was reading the wrong people. On the Patriots, okay. But I thought I was reading the wrong people when I read that. But it's cool. It is what it is. I was reading the wrong people. I read the New England Houston defense instead of New England Patriots defense. But it's all cool. Like I said, both defenses play really good. And shout out to Houston for keeping them into the game. But CJ had to play better. Now we're going to go to the NFC side real quick. You have the Seattle Seahawks that just destroyed the 49ers. And it kind of made sense because the 49ers have been banged up all season with the linebackers, with the D-line. Even with Christian McCaffrey, he was out. Brock Purdy was out for a while. But they still, Kyle Shanahan, this is his best coaching job. This is the best coaching job he has had. Like, even with the Falcons, even with the Super Bowl that he went to, this is the best coaching job that Shanahan has done in his career. For them to not only win a playoff game, to make it to the playoffs, win, I think, either 12 to 13 games, that is exceptional. Now, they got blown out by a really good Sam Darnold team. Kenneth Walker had 145 yards and 3 touchdowns. Exceptional game. Shahi had that 1 touchdown on the very first play, kick return that set the whole entire tone for the game. Seattle ended up winning 41-6, and they'll be going on against the Rams, as the Rams did what they did to beat the Bears Sunday night in an absolute thriller. You look at it, the Bears played so good in that overtime matchup. Let's go ahead and go beforehand. Let's go ahead and talk about beforehand. Because it was like a tie turn, because the first couple of quarters, they cannot get anything going. I mean, you look at the Chicago Bears. Both of their running backs did play really good as far as getting numbers. Neither one had an epic performance, but they both had 70 yards rushing. As far as that, Cole Kmet didn't have the best game. DJ Moore only had 60 yards. Cole Kmet only had 31 yards. It was very low numbers as far as that. I mean, Caleb Williams had 3 ill-advised picks. Did not play the best, but somehow, some way, in the fourth quarter, when they needed, the Iceman throws it says 14-yard pass on here, but throws a 50-yard, 40-yard bomb, 3 defenders in his face, throws it up. Cole Kmet somehow, Kobe Durant loses the defender, loses Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet gets open, catches the ball in the end zone, and somehow, some way, the Bears are in overtime with the Rams that should have won that game right then and there. But Bears made it, got into overtime, had a really great drive. First of all, got them off the field, and then had a really great drive. And I have no idea what happened with that confusion with DJ Moore and Caleb Williams. It looked like Caleb Williams was trying to make a scramble play because it looked like DJ Moore wasn't supposed to go as flat as he was supposed to go. He was supposed to go more vertical, be more of a scratch and disguise route. But man, I mean, DJ Moore never looked at the ball at all. I don't know if, I mean, I think that was, I have no idea. It may have been on Caleb because he was trying to force something, make a scramble play. But at the same time, DJ Moore, that's your quarterback. You know that. You know he's always looking for the deep ball. So for him to not have any eyes on it just didn't make any sense either way. But then you go on the defensive side, 36. The Bears need to get a stop. And Dennis Allen sends a full-out blitz and leave Puka Nacua wide open to convert, 6 to 7 yards for the game. I mean, once they got that conversion, that was it. It was like, what's going on? Like, Dennis, why are we sending a full-out blitz with Dana, the best wide receiver in the whole entire league, wide open? It made no sense, honestly. But Bears end up losing. Thicker the kicker end up winning, making the game-winning field goal. And now we have the Seattle Seahawks, divisional rivals, going against each other in the NFC Championship. Third time they'll be playing against each other. And on the other side, you have the Patriots going against the Denver Broncos in an epic matchup. Both battles. I mean, we haven't seen this since the Peyton Manning, Tom Brady era. I mean, that's going to be a really good game. Both sides. The only thing is that Bo Nix did get injured that game. So it's going to be Stidham versus Drake May. And then on the other side, you have Stafford versus Darnold. So we're going to see. It's going to be exciting. Next episode, we're going to get predictions. But that is it for this podcast episode. Thank you for watching. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you follow me at DIT Podcast on Instagram and TikTok. I appreciate y'all if y'all listen on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And just keep listening out, watching your boy as we get better throughout this process. So y'all have a blessed day and peace.